everyone. Well, today we have travel opinion. so we have travel opinion. We haven't done it in a while. So let me bring up the article. This is about Delta. So this was written in the Progressive magazine by Mike Irvin on December 4th. So thank you, Mike, for writing it. It's a little spicy, I would say, in some areas of the article, so everyone has to be a little patient. Under Biden, the Department of Transportation has made progress for airline passengers in wheelchairs, but the fate of these improvements is up to the incoming Trump administration, which is very true. It all might freeze up and not happen. However, Buttigieg, I think, knows that, the director of the DOT, so, okay, so be patient with the vocabulary here. I wasn't sure who this person he was talking about was, but now I do. So, before the squatter who is preparing to reoccupy the White House returns in January, the U.S. Department of Transportation, DOT, has some unfinished business. So they do, and they might have to fight for it a little bit if they don't get it done in December. Back in March, the department released a proposed rule to address the serious problem that individuals with disabilities using wheelchairs and scooters face when traveling by air. So according to the DOT, airline companies reported mishandling more than 11,000 passenger wheelchairs and scooters in 2022. The new rule proposed that when a passenger's mobility device is mishandled by airline personnel, the airline must immediately notify the passenger of his or her rights to file a claim with the airline, receive a loaner wheelchair from the airline with certain customizations, and choose a preferred vendor, if desired, the repairs or replacement of the damaged device. So it goes on to talk about, those things and the policies and all the people that have been involved. And then, how the Delta structure of the chair, the model that they have, they're looking on installing that by the end of 2025. I'm hoping sooner. The proposed rule isn't the only promising change that the DOT has introduced under the Biden administration. Wheelchairs get trashed when we who need them relinquish them to airline personnel. The only reason we give them up is because the aircrafts aren't wheelchair accessible. The only way to significantly cut down on the amount of damage airline companies inflict upon the wheelchairs of their passengers is to design planes that make it possible for people like us to remain in our wheelchairs while flying. The DOT confirmed earlier this year that the collaboration with the Federal Aviation Administration, the FAA, and Delta Airlines concept for in-cabin adaptive wheelchair seats were working their way through the approval process. Delta Airlines has already created and submitted to the FAA prototype for wheelchair accessible seating on an aircraft, and according to the DOT, the FAA expects to determine the feasibility of wheelchairs on aircrafts by the end of 2025. So that's where we're at. It's in a good position. It's going through all the hoops. However, it's going to take still a little bit in the final approval of the FAA. and hopefully they will start to install them at the end of 2025, if not sooner. That's my hope, earlier than the end of 2025. So I just wanted to put this in so that I'm talking. My microphone is disconnected right now, so my apologies, but I think my voice is captured already by the computer. It's not the best, but I think you can hear me. So that is the summary of this document. I know that Mike Irvin is not, he is a disability rights activist and writer expressing pain through sarcasm since 2010. So he certainly has sarcasm in his document, and if you would like to read it, I certainly will add it. I always add the links to the article so you can read it fully and get your own interpretation of the document. So I think it's important to stay up to date on what's happening to the accessibility for us to fly in a more comfortable seating. So we don't have to go through this rigmarole of having to, go through all the hoops and for the airlines to hurt us in more than one way. All right, folks, that is what I wanted to share. Just a brief update of, when all this is going to happen and how it's all going to happen. But it could come to a screeching halt if the new president decides to go in a different direction. So let's hope it doesn't. Let's hope all goes through just fine, and nobody steps in to put an obstacle to it. All right, so let's be ready to advocate and to help the process and encourage FAA to not stop, to continue, and to complete the process and put in the models that we have from Delta, and let's get this done. All right, well, if you would like to watch one of my videos, it'll be down below. I'd love you to watch the next video, either recommended by the system or I will put one in. However, I know a lot of you have already watched quite a few of my videos, so feel free to choose another video other than the one that's suggested. All right, thank you so much for coming. Be good and be kind to others, and I'll see you in the next one.